Well, how we all doing out there? I am rabbit ear fantasy football watching. NFL ain't got a real TV draft picker, and I'm going to give you the bottom. I live at the bottom of the barrel, so I'm going to give you the bottom of the barrel when it comes to this year's Bearcat Fantasy Football League draft. Let's start out here at number 14. Oh, 14. He's back again. Old Ray's juke joint down in the holler. that's my buddy Jamie Johnson's song out there. He got that long beard. He look pretty. He's a good looking feller. I tell you what. They say I look a lot like old Jamie. I tell you. Let's see where Ray went wrong here. Where Ray at? Ray. Well, it didn't take long to figure that one out. Old Joe Fluco at quarterback. How you gonna even try to come up here with Joe Fluco? That's your best player. Who else we got here? Oh my goodness. We got Charlene Hyde. Carlos Hyde. Whew. I thought you had that Des Bryant boy. Oh, you traded him? Yeah, that probably wasn't a very good idea. That's probably why you come in last every year, Ray. Well, it's time to move on over to number 13. Let's see who we got. Oh, he's going to be mad here. He's going to be mad. Rock-a-bye baby in the treetop. Old Squeaker must have been concentrating on that baby, because he sure wasn't concentrating on quarterbacks or running backs. I got you an idea, Squeak. Next year, let's just bring old Chase over. We're gonna let him do all the drafting for you and see what happens. Because by God, Teddy Bridgewater, cadet, you in the Army? You in the Army now? I don't even see a running back on this team. My old Don Ellick, tight end. He caught 3 touchdowns in one game, and he's everybody's All-American. Ain't scored since. I tell you, you must have prepared. Old Squeak still coming in at the bottom of the barrel. Well, let's move on up to number 12. I really don't like doing this to the newcomers. I almost hate to, but especially the guy that came in just wanting to watch a Pirate game. But I tell you what, old Jim, got bad news for you. Eli Manning and Colin Kaepernick just ain't going to get her done around here. I know you're used to them Houston drafts or whatever, but you look about like a 12th place team around here. You're down there in that bottom of the barrel, sucking that mud with them carp. Carp? Somebody got something to eat around here? I ain't 3 weeks. Who's got the carp? Let me go find that carp. Oh, hi. I'm high definition satellite plug-in antenna. Old middle of the pack, just almost got it all. Fantasy football drafter. I guess my buddy over there, he done found him some carp and he done left us. So let's see where he left off at. We're coming in at number 11. Now these next 3 teams, boys, they're the ones, they're right there. They're just missing one little thing from getting in the playoffs. They're the kind of guys you like to know whenever you get the big rainstorms and all the satellites are out, but they got that high definition antenna running their TV where they're still getting the games. That's what we got to rely on them. They're only one break away from being famous. So number 11, who came in number 11? Well, looks like we got another newcomer, old Nate. Old Nate, he was one of them late entries. He came on up here, the bald eagle. I tell you what, the old bald eagle. He must think he's flying high. Let's see what we got here. Tony Romo, Roy Halou, Jaja. Son, you don't know if you're going to a barbecue or a luau here. I'll tell you one place you're not going to be going, though. That's going to be the fantasy playoffs. We'd like to thank Shib for bringing you on up here for the donation. Let's go on to number 10. Well, speaking of old Shib, looked like he come in there at good old number 10, acting like Dez Nutt's going to do something. The best thing, he did one thing. He made him a good trade there on draft day. He robbed old Ray again. Let's see what else old Shib got. Oh my goodness. He got that Cam Newton. That guy ain't got a receiver. He got 2 Buckeyes he's out there trying to throw the ball to. They done been cut off of 6 teams. Joint Bell is your best running back. How did this guy finish number 10? Oh, I see. He got the Gronk. He got big Gronk. That's a strong pick right there, old Shib. Strong pick. I'll tell you what. For being in this league 2 years and a big talker, you sure ain't done much on the field here, son. Well, that moves us on up to number 9. I'll tell you what, it almost breaks my heart here to do number 9. Number 9 come in. He's a fantasy favorite around these parts. Old Ralph E. Carroll. He didn't make the playoffs last year, but he had him an excuse. He had that Ray Race debacle going on. I don't know what the excuse is going to be on this year, except he got a midget at quarterback. Let's see what else is going on here besides that Drew Brees. The Jugs can't be happy about that. I can tell you that off the bat. Oh, you got old Julian Thomas. Yeah, he's going to be good. Too bad by the time he comes back, the playoffs will done be over. What else we got going on? Oh, you got that Seahawks defense. Never too early to get that defense. That's if you don't want to make the playoffs. Well, yep, old Ralphie just right there on the outside looking in. I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you, though. I'm going to give you a bonus pick right now. We're going to move it up into the 8th spot. This is the borderline playoff. You're probably in, but you better be careful. That's old Barry. Old West Virginia Warrior going to come up here and see what he got. He done drafted him Carson Palmer, Larry Fitzgerald, Kenny Britt, Vernon Davis. I did tell you right, D'Angelo Williams. This sumbitch would have been hard to beat back there in about 09. He'd have been a hard team to beat. Too bad it's 2015. He does have old C.J. Anderson and Calvin Johnson. Those guys will be good for the first 2 weeks of the season before they're pulled up with hamstring injuries. I tell you what, it's hard to believe we're related when you look at a team like that. Well, what's that, honey? Oh, hell, it's raining again. We got neighbors at the door to watch the game. We'll be right back. I'm back, yes, and I'm here to tell you, I'm the good old local cable company. Watch your football. We're almost fantasy drafter here. We don't, we ain't the best, but by God, we'll get you what you need to see. We ain't got it all, but we're pretty close. We're going to start off here. I guess we left off on number 8 on the rankings. Let's slide right in there to number 7. Number 7's Old Shake. Old Shake, that's old Ted. Me and Ted have been doing this for about 17 years since I moved to Columbus. He's always usually a strong playoff contender. He's went ahead and slid right in there again. What old Ted do when he squad this year that got him in the playoffs? He got him at Tom Brady. You better watch that. I guess his ego got a little deflated out down there. And well, we got Sam Bradford too. That'll last for about 2 weeks till he tears out his 3rd knee. Got that Adrian Peterson. Keep him away from the switches if you know what I mean. He won't be lasting very long. Oh, you got that Mike Evans though. That Mike Evans got a hell of a quarterback thrown into him. You may rise in the rankings before this is all said and done. Old Ted came in there with old Team Shake with a pretty good job. Move on up to number 6. Well, you can't have a shake if you ain't got the bake. Old Bake, old Kellen made his fantasy league appearance. A lot of you guys ought to be ashamed. Kellen came in here, didn't even know he was drafted until 5 minutes before the draft. Come in here and landed right in that 6 hole. What old Kellen do to get him in the 6 hole? Oh, he got my boy Russell Wilson. He must have looked my team up on the internet from last year, find old Russell. Everybody laughed and I picked Russell. But nobody laughing when he was scoring 42 points a week. But got Marshawn Lynch. Got to be careful there at that running back quarterback combo. That could get you one of these weeks. Got you Jason Witten. Not bad. You got that Texas defense. I heard that J.J. Watt and Clowney. They're going to be hard to handle this year. Old Kalen did him a good job coming in here right off the bat, getting in that 6 hole this year in the fantasy league. Let's move on up to number 5. Oh, number 5. This guy here, he'll talk his way to the championship if you let him. They put special rules in place for this guy. He runs his mouth so much. That's the old Mark down there in Moundsville. That guy thinks he knows a lot about football, but he can't get in the top 4 in the Bearcat League, I guarantee you that. What'd old Mark do? Oh, he made one of them mistakes. Took that 1st round quarterback. Got him old Andrew Luck there in the 1st round. Thought he did something. Until you get them 1st round quarterbacks, you end up with running backs like old Andre Ellington and Rashad Jennings. That's what happens. You get them 1st round quarterbacks. I will give you a little break though, because those 2 at least are starters compared to most of these guys. Get nothing but reserves on their bench for their running backs. Snuck in there and got old A.J. Green right before the commish. That's a pretty good job on your part. I tell you what though, 3-4 years in the league, you're finally learning. Looks like you're going to make a strong playoff appearance this year. Well, that moves us up to the number 4 team. Well, this is the dynamic duo. The old juggernauts. Yeah, them juggernauts. They always got something to say there on draft day. But I don't know what to do about them this year. Jimmy Superstar Graham done got traded. Drew Brees ain't no longer a first round pick for them. They pretty much lost over there. So they went from the old Bearcat playbook from last year, went and got them old Ben Roethlisberger there at the quarterback. That's a pretty good move there for the juggernauts, I'll tell you that right now. Then they backed that up with, boys, I'll tell you, you got yourself 4 backup running backs. That ain't bad. It's hard to get 4 backup running backs without us, but you got LeGarrette Blount. He'll get you a lot there that first week when he's up there smoking on the sideline. What else? Well, he got Marquise. There he is, old Colson. You knew they weren't going to go too far without getting them a Saint to catch the ball. Too bad he's 106 years old. Old Jugs, though, they can spoil somebody's season here at the big week here or there, but they look like they're going to land in the floor hole right about now. Well, that about wraps up my portion here. We're getting down to the big dogs from here on out. Let's see how she finishes on. Well, here we go. We're old Dish Network fantasy drafters here. We'll get you what you need to see, but by God, don't just look for the NFL package for us. We can get you everything but the elite. That's probably why we're coming in the number 3 hole. Old number 3, Houston's finest. Old Dougie made his trip down here. Old Frosty the Co-Man, the No-Man, the Snowman, whatever he's calling himself this week. Old Dougster got him a break there. He got old Aaron Rodgers in the 3rd round. I don't know what some of these guys are doing. Sitting there picking Carlos Hyde in the 2nd round. He got Aaron Rodgers in the 3rd. What else we got going? Oh, we got him Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy, Aaron Rodgers, you're trying that same technique old Kalen was trying. Yeah, the old running back quarterback combo. That usually works out pretty good for you about 4 weeks out of the year. Too bad that won't be the playoffs. Andre Johnson and Steve Smith. Andre Johnson and Steve Smith. My God. Who else you got? Them guys, they walk on canes. Who else you got at wide receiver? Latimer, Green Beckham, Ty Montgomery, Strong. They're all rookies. Oh, Dougster. How'd you finish in the 3 hole with rookies and grandpas at wide receiver? Them other teams must be pretty bad. Let's move on up to that 2 hole and see what we got. Well, we got a major surprise in the 2 hole. Most people never thought they'd see this coming. I'm just kidding. It's Darcy's whipped cream bikinis. They're hanging there as the deuce. Old Meat came up here and made some noise. What old Meat do to get him ranked so high? Well, hell, he got Le'Veon Bell. Fell to him right there at the 4th or 5th pick. How can you go wrong? He got him Murray at running back. Got Reggie Bush. Be careful. He might win something. You have to give it back when it's all said and done. Snuck in there with Randall Cobb. Woohoo! Got that Dolphin defense, that Sioux boy down there now. Yeah, old Meat came in here going to do some damage. Well, difference between 1st and 2nd. That's Ryan Tannehill. That's the difference between 1st and 2nd. Boy, just a quarterback away from being a true contender there, Meat. But you always got to like the whipped cream bikini, so we give you props for that. Well, that's going to lead us right on up to the finals here. And I'll be right back to see who we got with that. Yeah, that's right, baby. Straight out of Legendville, baby. Woo! The champ is back. The best fantasy drafter you've ever seen. I am Mr. DirecTV Fantasy Football Legend. You want to know how you get to be in the number 1 spot, boys? You get the best running back in the draft on the 7th hole. You pick up bums like Peyton Manning in the 5th round. He gonna sit in my bench, but I still got him in the 5th. You guys drafted him in the 1st. I got Matthew Stafford out there throwing darts all around the league. And when it comes down inside that red zone, I got none other than the superstar Jimmy Graham. If you want to run with the big dogs, boys, you're going to have to do a lot better than you guys have these last 17 years in the draft. Because this right here, she ain't going nowhere for a long, long time. I don't care if you come from Pennsylvania. I don't care if you come from West Virginia. I don't care if you live right here close in Ohio. If you're going to get this, it's going to take a lot more than what you boys did here again this year, I guarantee you that. Now, my team ain't as good as the legendary squad I had last year. There's no doubt about it. But there's never been a team that good in the history of fantasy football. But I'll tell you this right now, I'm good enough to wipe this league with you little peons out there, mud-sucking, rabbit ear antenna, dish network, cable TV, whatever you want to do. This is the DirecTV champion, baby. Woo! And we're going to the top once again. And you can take that to the bank. Yeah!